This step's a bigger step, but it's going to pay back amazing dividends over the course of the life of your business. And it's all about setting up LMN Time. So what are you going to get from LMN Time? Well, first of all, a paperless payroll system. Crew are going to clock in and clock out on smartphones to track all their hours for payroll. And it'll take all the heavy lifting out of payroll, all that data entry and non-entry, approving timesheets, correcting timesheets. Just wait till you see how much easier it gets once your staff gets the hang of it. But on top of that, you're also going to get real-time job progress tracking. And it's going to be accurate because in order for the staff to get paid, they have to clock in. While they're clocking in, they're tracking their time to jobs so that you're going to know real-time how many hours were estimated and how many hours have actually been spent on each and every job you manage. You'll also have the option to add services, materials, and other things to jobs so you can track them as well. What services got completed, if they're billable, if they're not billable, or you can track the quantity of materials that were installed. And finally, you'll get automated invoicing. So for those services and materials and hours that are billable to clients, LMN Time will automatically and just about instantly collect all that information and make your invoices for you. And if you use QuickBooks, we'll even export it to QuickBooks for you to take all the legwork out of doing that as well. And best of all that's paperless. From a time investment perspective, you're looking at about 2 days to possibly 2 weeks of setup. Now, companies that do mostly design build are going to be on the shorter end. You probably don't have a whole lot of existing jobs at this moment in time, so it's really easy to get set up and running. If you're a maintenance company and you've got 600 active contracts right now, well, then there's going to be a little bit more time set up as you get those contracts set up in LMN Time for job tracking. You also should bank on about 2 weeks of training or practice for your crews. We recommend rolling it out to some of your best foremen for about 2 weeks. Let them get the bugs out, let them see what they understand and don't, let them make mistakes, and then as you correct those mistakes, then you can put together your training for all your staff and then roll it out after that. At this stage, you should make sure you have an office manager or your payroll person involved. One of the primary deliverables is obviously timekeeping, so we've got to make sure payroll is accurate. You want your account or project managers involved because they should be the ones setting up the jobs in LMN Time. The owner should be involved to make sure everything's getting set up the way they want it. And because this information exports to accounting, you're probably going to want your accounting involved to make sure cost codes, etc., are set up so that your time and invoicing information ends up in the right chart of accounts. Easy preparation for this. You should have an active contract list, so all your active contracts, especially if you're maintenance or snow. Active staff list, because you're going to have to set up your staff in LMN Time. And if you are going to export to QuickBooks, be sure to have your QuickBooks person involved. You set up your cost codes. And if you need help, we're always here. Hit us up right in LMN Time in the top right corner by clicking live chat. Or go to golmn.com/help for our help center where you can find articles and videos like this. Or hit us up at advice@golmn.com on email and we'll get back to you just as soon as we can.